Shalom, shalom, Yashua Allah. Want to start off first things first, with all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakadash, which in the Petty Hubaton is the correct names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you, sister brothers living in this truth, and shalom to you, brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourselves approved. Quick little rundown, Yashua. It's gonna be like a lesson slash testimony. There's something I noticed through the spirit that I want to expound on. And at my job, I just got moved from one department to another. So I've had to get acquainted with a bunch of different Jakes. So you already know how we do, Yashua. I'm over here, thoroughly analyzing the what appears to be Israelites in my area and just seeing where they're at mentally and spiritually. I'm just filling them out. And what wowed me today is that I noticed something, man. The 2/3, which I'm going to show you why we call them 2/3, that term, they are not going to know the truth until those missiles are in the air. And that's when it's going to hit them. And I'm looking at them like that's really sad. So I'm talking to the Israelites at my job, and I work at a very, very racist place with a lot of Trump supporters, a lot of, real evil Edomites, and they put their wickedness on display. And I noticed Jake is still having a hard time grasping the concept that Esau Edom, so-called white man, is the devil in the flesh and that they hate them. Like Jake is so drunk on that Babylon juice. They think that the so-called white man can be rehabilitated. They think he can be loved. And it's 2025. And I'm just looking at these Jakes, man. They age from ranges 30 to 40. And I'm just like, man, they are just so stupid. And what it is, the 2/3 are caught up in a strong delusion the Lord said he would put out there. And I'm thinking, you look on TikTok, YouTube, you see a couple Jakes waking up. So I'm thinking like, Jake about to go somewhere. But I'm talking to Jakes in my job, and very Sambo cooned out. Still love Esau, the so-called white man. Still got love for him. Still mess with him. And I'm seeing why, Esau gets frustrated with the hopeful elect, because it's easy to take advantage of the 2/3 because they're just really, really dumb. I mean, from the hood niggas to your sophisticated Jakes. Like, everybody outside the truth is dumb. Straight up. Because I'm like, man, the Lord done revealed so much. You got Donald Trump putting the racism openly out there, boots on the ground. Like, you can just tell something big about to go down. But when you talk to a 2/3 simple Jake, that like it's business as usual. And they just act like they can't. They just bumping their head against the wall. These Jakes, how it started, Yashua, we was talking about Hollywood. Talking about, the Diddy situation. And so I'm just telling the Jakes how Hollywood work. Like, man, you got to get your cheeks clapped to get that bag of money. Some of them's like, man, like that, but I don't think they all like that. So I'm like, dang, Jake, it's 2025, you ain't figured out Hollywood. So I'm like, it's not a good look. These people are not worthy of me to get them the truth. They can't even handle our stuff that the Most High done already revealed. Hollywood has been totally exposed. Racism is out there. Esau's totally exposed when Jake is still bumping their head against the wall, still trying to live that old life. What it is, it's the lies that Esau Edom put out there. It's the 2/3 live in a false reality. I noticed that, Yashua, and they don't want you to shatter it with the truth. They want to stay in that comfortable lie that Esau Edom put out. And when you speak a little bit of truth, it messes up their whole world view. Because I'm up here talking to these Jakes. I'm giving this a little bit, from a carnal standpoint. Stuff that's already been exposed. They get mad, take me to HR. I can just be like, hey, man, it's on the internet. So I'm just giving them a little bit. And I can see them getting angry, getting mad, getting offended with just a little bit. Talking about, the entertainment industry. And Jake just getting mad, man. I'm just like, wow. It's 2025, you still lost? So I'm just like, man, this is a bunch of dead bodies up in here, man. So I'm going to start off this right here because this is going to break it down like completely where they at. And I'm that's something that wows me. I'm like, with all this stuff the Most High exposed, you still in the dark and ain't figured it out yet. You're really, really dumb. So we're gonna start out this right here. 2 Thessalonians 2:8. It said, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and destroy with the brightness of his coming. Verse 9, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power, signs, and lying wonders. Verse 10, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of truth, but they might be saved. Verse 11, and for this cause Yahweh should send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. Let's break it all down right there. Hey, the wicked has been revealed in my book. Like Esau Edom has been revealed, your Ish people been revealed. Everything has been revealed if you're paying attention. Jake should not still be in the dark. You still in the dark, your butt is dumb. Because the spirit of the Lord's mouth has revealed them. And what they're going to, they're going to the prophets. The work that we do, we put out there. We expose Esau Edom through the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and the Ruach Kadosh, the Holy Spirit. And now we just waiting on Yahweh Shai to clean Esau up, because we got our spiritual bags packed. Like, we already know the best way to get out of here is through Yahweh Shai. We're not trying to put in 10th month plans, 3-year plans, and get this and get that. This place about to go. It's cooked. And it said with all deceivableness that they might perish, because what? They don't know the truth. They don't love the truth. They're stuck in a strong delusion. Who spun that delusion? Yahweh did. Using what? The wicked he created. Esau Edom, so-called white man. He created a whole false reality. They live in that do as thy will spirit. So they cool with alphabet agenda. Because I'm talking to these young dudes. They cool with alphabet agenda. They don't know that Esau Edom is their enemy. They believe in the voting system. They just all the way trapped. Like, ain't gonna bust a grape when this thing pop off. I don't know if they scared or what it is, but they definitely under that strong delusion. And because they're under that strong delusion, they're not spiritually prepared to be delivered. You know, they don't have no works. They ain't got no faith. So Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is not going to save them, man. They're going to have to know the Lord by pain, as the scriptures say. And let's go get that turn while we call them 2/3. Let's go to Zechariah 13:8. Because I'm saying the majority of Yahshua got to go. They do, because they're just dumb. Because ain't no reason for you to be this dumb. I'm like, wow, all this information out, it's all on Twitter. You can tell World War III about to pop off. I don't tell these jakes on the job, and they just over there don't know nothing, man. Just a bunch of goofy, sillies, play around. They love to kiss Esau butt, be playing around with Esau, and he just play right in their face. And I'm like, wow. Like, you just gonna let that devil do you like that? And the divide between the 2/3 and the whole fleck is like a Grand Canyon. It's very wide right now. Because Esau, notice, I'm a small Jake. Esau don't pull that stuff that he do with them. And he's some big old buff jabronis. And his dumb is all outdoors. And I notice Esau, he kind of walk on eggshells when it come to me. But when it come to them, man, he clown them, do this, do that. And they take it because he's an Edomite. So I'm going to get this right here. Because this tells us why majority of Israel got to go. This precept right here, and it's going to also explain the term why we call the people that's outside of the truth the 2/3. So Zechariah 13:8, and it says, and it shall come to pass, then all the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. Hear that? 2 parts. 2 parts of a third. So that's the majority of Yahshua is going to get cut off and die. So I'm going to read, I don't know if I read it. Let me read it again. Zechariah 13:8. And it says, and it shall come to pass, that the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off. You hear that? 2 parts, 2/3. And die, but the third should be left therein. So Yahushua used the third pie graph to show who's going to be saved and who's going to perish. And the majority, they said 2/3. That's the majority. They about to perish, man. They don't know nothing. And I'm going to read verse 9. It says, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They should call on my name, and I will say, and I will hear, Salakia, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they should say, the Lord is my Yahweh. So that's us right there, man. We hearing the call. We on the highway hedge. We doing video pistols. We don't want that smoke with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Because that's the 2/3 they're going to get. They're going to get some bad judgment for their disobedience. And it's just real horrible. Real hard. Big divide. When I see something talking like that, I'm like, I can't get this dude no type of truth. Like, he straight up off that, drunk off that Babylon juice. He's drunk. And then, like I say, if you on a job and you try to get them some truth and you go too far and don't gauge their reaction, they'll go to HR and tell on you. But I'm saying they can't handle much, man. Esau done did a great job of destroying the majority of our nation, man, the 2/3, because they just ain't got it, man. So let's go get this right here. Let's go to Jeremiah 4. I think it's right there. Yep. Jeremiah 4:22. And it says, for my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. They have no knowledge. So bam. That right there hit us, man. Especially when he said that they have not known me. They are sottish. And that's a word most people don't readily identify. But, you know, as the prophets, we're here to break it down. I've done it before, but for any new people here, sottish goes into being stupid. It can mean sotted, but it goes into being drunken, foolish and drunken. Said late Old English sot, stupid person, foolish, a sense now obsolete. So that's what sottish means. It means to be like a drunk stupid. And that's what the 2/3 are, man. They are like totally, like my pops always say, man, R.I.P. rest his soul. My pops always tell me, like, boy, they drunk off their Kool-Aid. They drunk off their Kool-Aid, boy. You know, that was his thing for when stuff get crazy. People acting a fool. He said they drunk on that juice. And that's true. With the 2/3, man. They drunk on everything Babylon Great told them, man. They believe they got civil rights. They believe that there's no more racism. They believe that you can mess with anybody you want to sexually with no repercussions. And they are just really, really in the dark, man. Gross darkness. And so sottish goes into being dumb. Not just dumb and drunk. So I wanted to pull that up to show you. And I like how that precept said they have nothing to do righteousness, but all they want to do is wickedness all day long. Said they have none understanding, man. They don't understand none of these scriptures. It don't make sense to them. They too busy chasing a bag and just being a straight folly. And then drunk on that dang juice, man. That Babylon juice. Esau done did that. And how you know that? All you gotta do, well, like I said, when it said drunk, see that verse right there, these precepts go together and unlocks the Bible. Because once you know that sottish means to be drunk, stupid, you know, a type of drunk, it should highlight Jeremiah 51:7. It says, Babylon been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Why are they mad? Are they mad because they literally drunk some wine? No. That wine represents philosophies, agendas, lifestyles. That's what that means. When they say the whole earth been drunken. Because everybody trying to be like Babylon the Great. They trying to go over her, be number one. But like that precept said, nobody wanted them. Then that's going into that whore, America, Babylon, who spread that philosophy, which is a drink. Like I said earlier, my pop said you drunk the Kool-Aid. When you believe, oh, ain't no racism, we all God's children. And Esau loves that because that's a 52 fake out to Jake. He can unalive Jake, pick Jake pockets, take full advantage of Jake because Jake don't know Esau enemy is your enemy. She won't be around no damn Edomites. So that right there, like how the precept by precept, line upon line, it unlocks the Bible so you can get a clear understanding of what the Most High is conveying. Because through Americans' philosophy, all they did was spread their poison to all corners of the earth. That's all they did. With straight up lies. And what you need is the truth. I wonder, should I get that or I might keep it moving? I was about to go off on a tangent. But I want to keep the finger on the pulse about these 2/3, man. Then look, everybody that's listening to this lesson, brothers and sisters, hey, thank the Lord that you know the truth, because the majority of our people don't. So you got to praise the Lord, man, because you could be off in the world not knowing nothing, that's going your American way, trying to get an American dollar, and stuff just go bad for you. And then the MOTB get issued up, and you like, because you ain't built up, you got to get it to survive. And all you had to do was hold out for Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua. That's it. Endure to the end. So I think I'm going to leave off this right here. Let's go to Hosea. I'll finish off that point. This is Hosea 4:6. It says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy Yahweh, I will also forget thy children. So you don't want to go round up a building with let's say, get rounded up with a bunch of 2/3. They think they smart, like a bunch of lawyers. Chicks say, I got my PhD. They think because they got that knowledge, they know everything. But that's just Babylonian knowledge. That knowledge means nothing to Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua. He looking for those that got the knowledge of him, the thorough breakdowns of him, the scriptures involving him. That's what Yahushua looking for, not no conventional knowledge. Because they showed you, if you don't have the testimony of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua, you're not going to make it. We right here in the eve of Jacob's trouble. And I'm up here wild at the Jakes in my job. They still call themselves black. Like, they don't know the Lord's real name. They still hollering Jesus and I'm black. And, man, this a bunch of lost Jakes that's just lost for real. And it's because y'all reject knowledge. And it's just that simple. So I wanted to leave off with that and to show you, man, hey, feel blessed, Yahshua, you in this truth. Majority of our people are not here. Even with everything going on, with the Most High showing all these events, they're still not here. I think they ain't going to do nothing to that dollar belly up. And even then, they might not do that. They might just take the MOTB and be quiet and shut up. That's what they might do. And so for my brothers that's in this truth, and sisters, you know, you feel right to sisters, man, hey, they just keep on staying in this truth, because we've got our spiritual bags packed. It's almost time to go home. As soon as the MOTB gets implemented, you already know Yahushua is right on their back. And so with that being said, I hope this has been edifying. I want to say Kwam, Yashra Allah, and stay locked in, because Yahushua is quickly on the way. Shalom.